Hi, welcome to the ending intro section for the song Stairway to Heaven. This is the intro section or interlude section that leads into the last verse for Stairway to Heaven. Okay, before we get started, let's go ahead and get our music chart. It's the ending intro section. You're looking for a bunch of chords with no words, lyrics accompanying the chords, because it's just basically an instrumental part leading into the last verse. And go ahead and tune your ukulele and come on back and we'll get started in about a second. Okay, let's check our tuning. G, C, E, A. Okay, so let's talk about the board first of all, which is basically like your instructional sheet. And please take notes because not all of this is on your chord chart. First of all, starting with the first line, it's the finger picking pattern. We'll go over that in a little bit. Keep in mind the A to the B is the pickup notes. So open A, B into the C chord, and you're using a picking pattern, finger picking pattern. Next line, you got D, D sus4, D, D sus4, etc. Moving on down. Follow the arrow, and here's the diagrams for how to make the D, D sus4, etc. If you need to, just jot them on down on your sheet or whatever if you need it to help you out. Now it doesn't matter how you make the D chord, whatever is comfortable for you. So I'll be making my D chord like this, okay? Some people make it like this. That's perfectly fine, whatever is comfortable for you. So when I'm making my D chord, I'm making my D and then D sus4 raising, back to D, D sus4 coming up, come down to D, open or lift off. Okay? You can do that with the ring finger. Just remember what notes you're doing. Or use your baby finger to add the 4. And then we're coming on down, you get an A minor 7, you got A minor / G to D. Okay, so the A minor 7, all we're doing is keep it open strings. Okay, so we're not making any kind of chord. This is the A minor 7 we're using. All open strings. Next is the A minor / G, A minor chord. You're going to add a G. It's on the 3rd fret, 2nd string, right there. Right there. 3rd fret, 2nd string. Whatever fingering you want to do is fine as long as you're doing the A minor / G. Keep in mind this dash right there into the D just means that it kind of has a faster feel going into the D chord. Now, 3rd line, which is basically the same as this. The 3rd line, D, D sus4, going on down. You got the same thing, A minor 7 open, A minor / G with the chord, adding the G. Then as you see the arrow, it says go right into this 4th line, the 4th line, which is A minor, G, F, G. Okay? Keep in mind that the G is the last G is always a fast kick. Okay, a fast kick back into the A minor. Okay? So in other words, A minor, G, F, and then quickly G to A minor. Okay, so that's what it means. Keep in mind too that once you start this last progression, it just stays throughout the entire last verse. A minor, G, F, G, back to A minor. A minor, G, F, G, back to A minor. So just keep repeating it. A minor, G, F, G, back to A minor. So keep that in mind. What I'm going to do is go ahead and play this for you. Then we'll break down the lesson into more detail. There you go. Starting from the first line, the A, B, pickup notes going into the C. This is a finger picking pattern with the open A going into the C. Here we go. Okay, so let's break down the lesson now. First line, starting with the first line, it's a pickup note from open A to B to C, okay? Pickup note from open A, the bottom string, to B to C. Okay, and the picking pattern is so you have two versions. You can go outside, coming up, and the ring finger, or you can go outside, coming up, both outside again. Okay, so it's outsides, the outside strings coming up, and or in just one note, or both outsides coming up, and the two outsides together. So it just sound like this. Going to the next chord, which is an E minor. There's two ways of making an E minor, like this, or like this. Okay, both sound good. Okay, same picking pattern, outside, coming up, or ring the bottom string. Okay, once again, outside, coming up. Okay, and then you go straight to the D. Then you're going to start that D sus4 progression, which is this right down here. So what I'm doing is I'm doing this. This is the strum that I'm doing. Here's the D. I'm at the D. I'm at the D, and open, slide into the D sus4. Now you don't have to do that. You can do this, and this is fine. One thumb strum. And then you would go into the A minor 7, A minor G/D into the D, which is no chord on the A minor 7, A minor/D to D, stop. Then you start that progression again, D sus4, or okay. Now if you want to do this strum, okay, it's going to take a little practice. What you want to do is start off doing this slowly, like kind of like your fingers are walking fast. This will be running, but just walking fast, and you want to do this at an angle. See how I'm at an angle? Not like this, at an angle. If you know, look at my fingers. One is shorter than the other, so you put that ratio to the string. So if I went like this, one finger's longer than the other. So do that ratio, and you're just walking fast. And what you want to remember is that you're just feathering lightly on the string, like barely touching. Okay, so in other words, see how soft that is, and it gets louder. So you want to do that. It's going to take a while. So you know you got to work at it. This is perfectly fine if you do the. If you want to do the thumb or finger. Okay. And then the last line here is over here. Not the last line. The third line. E minor 7, A minor/G, going into the fourth line. Okay, so let's do that. E minor 7, A minor 7/G, and then the very fourth line, A minor. Fast kick. Okay, now when I'm playing the song, I may be doing some. If you want to do some chucking, okay, and that's kind of what I was doing too. Let me show you how to do that. The chucking is basically done with the left hand, or the hand that's holding the chord, just dropping down lightly on the string. So for instance, here we go. Just to give you the example, the right hand is just going up and down. It's like a meter, it's like a strum. Okay, so if I make an A minor chord, okay, so everything's open, and to get that chucking sound, all I'm doing is just resting my fingers on the fretboard. Now, to be more detailed, I'm actually resting the baby finger. So if you look from the side, you can see like you can't see it all the way across. If I go like this, you can see like all the way across, all the way to this side. Okay? And if I put my baby finger down, you can't see the hand moving up and down. And that's what's causing the chucking sound. So let me show you. Here's with an open A minor chord, and then I'll just put my thumb down and you start to hear the chucking. Hear that? Come off. Okay, so when you're strumming, okay, so you can kind of hear what I'm doing by, with that example that I showed you. Okay, give that a try. Back up to tutorial and then try it over and over until you get the hang of it. Now, I want to remind you that before you even try doing this lesson or any lesson, what you want to do is you want to go through your chord chart, your instructional chord chart, and try to do all the chord changes. So first you want to make sure that you can play every chord. Okay, that's the first thing you want to do. And then you want to make sure that you can play every chord smoothly from one to the next, to the next, to the next, etc. Okay, if you try to do this exercise, this lesson, before you can do the chords smoothly, what's going to happen is that you're just going to start making mistakes, and you're teaching yourself mistakes. Okay, so in order to learn faster and play it correctly faster, what you want to do once again is preview the music, try the chords, be able to make the chords, and be able to pick the chords smoothly, one after the other. Okay? Alright, so go ahead and try that a few more times, back up to tutorial to where you need to, and give it a practice. And once you're comfortable and you're ready, we shall see you for the next lesson.